kind of recently, in the last few months with the Live Academy, you had your proven practices to engage Latinx volunteers. Do you have some short Tuesday tips that are kind of highlights about that
Sure,
presentation that you'd like to share with the audience today, Monica?
sure, absolutely. So I end the workshop by providing four practices that work or have worked for myself and where I've worked my communities. One is to expand cultural curiosity,
Hmm.
which is very different from cultural competency, right? Just remain curious about the communities around you. Go to things, right? Show up, participate. I see great value in that, especially now. Show the representation you want. That's number two. So show the representation you want because trust me, people are looking. If I'm asked to speak on a panel or go to a conference or attend a class, it's inherent that we will notice who the experts on the stage are, right? So make sure you're being as inclusive as possible, showing that representation you want. I went to a panel on immigration recently to this point, and everybody there was white. So we noticed that right away, but they did a really good point of speaking to why they were there, and their executive director, who was Hispanic, was not there, right? Their executive director, Hispanic in most of these cases, was in DC, right,
Hmm.
doing the work or whatever the case is. So if you don't show that representation, highlight it somehow. And then my third point is to start with the front line. So sometimes it could be daunting. Where do I start? Start with one. Go to see if you have a Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Go meet one person, one business. Start with one. That's your front line. And then my last tip is really, really important, and it's a long-term commitment or investment in community relationships. And especially now, I cannot stress how important that is that we have each other as a network, support each other, participate in each other's events. It's not always about, doing the most. It could just be showing up, participating, sharing their information, getting to know each other. So those are my tips that I end with. But I'd like to highlight at this time, simple participation and support goes a long way.
Yes, anding all of what you said, and it's a great presentation. If you have a webinar coming up, I'll add that link into this video description the next time it's up, so keep checking back, folks, for that. I think it's especially important with your Tuesday tips to not just expand that cultural curiosity, show the representation you want, explain why representation is absent if it is. I think that was a really good point that that panel, that event made, that our ED is out there doing the work and getting that front line initial community connection. People trust each other who speak the same language and look like them. That's just a natural primate human trait. And that investment in long-term community relationships, it takes intention and it is long term. And I think too many people or too many organizations think we're going to throw up a poster with a rainbow on it for June for Pride, and that's going to make
Mm-hmm,
us cool with the gays all year. I have a
mm-hmm.
whole presentation about why that's not true.
Right.
That's going to be at Points of Light, and I think ideally you're going to be at Points of Light as well. Is that true?
Yes, I cannot wait. Yeah,
Yay!
I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you there, Dana, and hopefully a lot of other people.
Yeah, and hopefully a lot of other people. But yeah, thank you so much for those Tuesday tips, Monica. That's really important, but pretty vital first four steps for folks to take. And again, to really understand that this is a long-term fight. Hope is action. Hope has her knuckles bloodied sometimes. Hope is not just daydreaming, that hope does
Right.
have to turn into action in times of trouble and distress for any community. And that the more communities that recognize their shared humanity in each other and can work together. Maybe they've never worked together before in a certain neighborhood or area or city or town, but like, okay, if we partner with each other, we'll be stronger in this endeavor. Our voices will be louder. We'll be able to get action items, good information for good trouble for people to get up to resist oppression in all of its forms. Thank you so much, Monica Jasso, CVA, for being on the show. And I'll have how to get in touch with you on LinkedIn in the video description below. Thank you so much for your priceless advice and Tuesday tips. And hey, everyone, we'll see you next time on the channel. Take care.